I now request Vyom Diwanji to give us an introduction to Swami Dr. Varishthanandaji.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome everyone. I treat it as a privilege and a blessing to introduce someone like Swami Dr. Varishthanandaji. He stood first in the Gujarat SSC board examination in 1976. He was a friend and a classmate of both my mother and father. From 1978, when they began their pre-med, to their post-graduation in 87. Post 1987, Swamiji did his MD in pediatrics and is a pediatrician by training. Immediately after, in 1987, he became a monastic member of the legendary Ramakrishna order of monks. This was started by a renowned Swami Vivekanandaji in memory of his Guru Bhagwan Ramakrishna. Swamiji was an initiated disciple of Reverend Srimad Swami Varishthanandaji and was initiated into sannyas by Reverend Srimad Swami Ranganathanandaji. He was at Belur Mutt, the headquarters of the mission, for nearly 12 years, and where he had a great opportunity to learn and study from many old monastics of the order. He also studied the Ramakrishna Vivekananda literature, the scriptures, Brahma Sutra, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutras, and Eastern and Western philosophies under masters in those subjects. He has talked in numerous forums, with villagers, academicians, scientists, business groups, religious dialogues. For the last 17 years, he has served at Mission's Varanasi Center, Ramakrishna Mission Home of Services, both in clinical medicine and public health care. Moreover, I've had some personal and privileged encounters with Swamiji. A few years back, I'd gone to Varanasi and I had an opportunity to meet Swamiji there, spend some time with him. And over the few days that I was there, I had some special conversations with him. These range from spirituality, there were conversations on way of living, all of that. But beyond that, there were some very personal conversations also about some of the work that he does, some of the work that I do. And, while growing up, I'd always heard of, Swamiji and the legend of Swamiji. I mean, it's not common for someone who, is a SSC topper and, a trained doctor to sort of, go into a monastic way of life. So I'd always heard about that from my father and mother. So for the first time, I had a chance to interact with him there. And I always जानू how did that come about? And I remember this conversation that I had with him, and I asked him, I wanted to know how it happened and why it happened. And he narrated a very interesting anecdote to me. When he was young, when he was a 24-year-old, and all of us, are there, and we always question and ponder ke have agar shu karvu chhe. And Swamiji was the same. He was doing his MBBS, and during that he was thinking that he had a path in front of him. He was questioning whether that is the path for him or not. And during a break, he read some literature. He read the works of Swami Vivekananda, and that was the realization he had that this is what I need to do. So he went to Belur Mutt and he spoke to people over there, and they told him to come back once he's done with his education, to come back and if he still wants to be then a part of this monastic life, then come back then. And he did after finishing his MD. And what I saw from when he was narrating this, all of this with a smile, what I saw through was that there was a very clear conviction. There was a very clear thought of, this is what he wants to do and this is how he wants to do it. And that is the path that he wanted. And that after seeing it in his eyes and that smile on his face that all of us will see when he comes and speaks, after that, there was no need for me to harp on the question why કે કેમ એમણે આ path choose કર્યો, કારણ કે it was pretty clear ત્યારે. એક બીજો incident that will always remain with me in my life is that a year and a half back, my mother was in the hospital and she had just gone there. એટલે all of us were a little troubled. ત્યારે I was there, my father was there. And unexpectedly that morning, Swamiji was in Vadodara and he'd heard that my mother is, Dr. Harini Diwanji is in the hospital. And that morning, he just turned up without, knowing or us calling him or us talking to him. He just was there. And that sort of brought a lot of peace to us. Him being there brought a support and peace that we, at that point, I think we needed. I think, I'm sure that today's lecture with Swamiji will be as enriching for everyone. I also look forward to it. I think we'll learn a lot from it. Thank you.